Hello guys, this is the cool auto fix today on Nissan Immobilizer issue. Okay, the solution which I'm going to be offering on this Immobilizer issue today is going to be very dependent on the make and the model, but pretty much the hints which I'm going to be giving you today should be able to solve the problem. So I'm going to be using this video to make a little bit of illustration concerning how to solve an immobilizer issue with a Nissan if you have a Nissan that have an immobilizer issue. Now there can be of two situation with the immobilizer. The first situation that is you have a case of a crank no start, and the second situation is no crank no start issue. Now, in order to be able to show you that you have an immobilizer issue, you're going to be seeing the key flashing at your cluster gauge. It's going to flash intermittently. It's going to flash and go, just like you can see on a cluster of this Nissan right here. I've witnessed this issue before on Sentra and some other Nissan model, and I'm certain it's also going to be applicable to Infinity model because it's still the same company. Now let's get to it. If you have this problem, the first procedure which you can actually use to be able to reset it can be through the immobilizer sensor that is within your key side. It is a ring right on the key entry at the back of the steering wheel. So it has a white button right there which you can just swipe it up and down, and you should be able to reset it, and you should be able to do this with ignition on before you can be able to do that reset. Now if you do that, if your own vehicle, depending on the make and model, doesn't have that reset button right there, then you want to go to the engine bay and make sure that every fuse that is within the engine bay is intact and good. Alright, so if they are intact and good, which you're going to be using a multimeter to test or a testing lamp, if there is any fuse that blows, maybe any fuse related to, even if it is not related to immobilizer, just replace it. Alright, they're gonna be empty slots. Ignore the empty slot that you find there, but if there is any places where there are fuses that are blown, you should replace it, because I've once had a terrible experience where just working on a car and I pulled out a fuse and boom, the problem just hit right in. What I want to say here is, it might be able to work in yours and it doesn't work, and it might not work in yours. Then if suppose you finish checking the fuse inside a engine bay and it didn't solve the problem, then you want to come to the fuse under the dashboard. There are fuses in the dashboard there that you need to check. It's the one that have a remote key fob entrance key, or a key that has a remote fob to it. You might also want to change the battery, because if the battery is dead, it's going to be flashing, because what it means is that the battery couldn't activate the chip that is right there, so the computer can be able to recognize the key. So at that very level, the computer have no recognition of the key that you have there. So if the battery is dead, it's gonna throw immobilizer code. It's gonna immobilize the car because it doesn't recognize the car. So the battery need to be good in order for the power to go to the computer to actually be able to recognize the key again. So you should change the battery. Now further, if that didn't solve your problem, then you still want to come back to the you want to come back under the dashboard. You can see this fuse here. This fuse belongs to Nissan Sentra. So what you're going to be looking out for there is three basic fundamental fuses. The first one is going to be immobilizer key fuse, check it and make sure that it's good. Then the next one you're going to be checking is component part fuse. Check it, also make sure that it's not blown. If it's blown, then you should fix it, you should replace it. Then the next third one which you're going to be looking out for is Tcm Fuse under the dashboard. Okay, something which I forgot to tell you at the beginning of this video is when you have this immobilizer issue, when you turn on the ignition on, I want you to look at the dashboard and see if your transmission is showing if it's on drive, neutral or park. If it doesn't display, then your TCM is fried. Head back to the engine bay. You want to make sure that your Kickstarter is in a healthy condition. If your Kickstarter is malfunctioning, it's not transmitting the right power that is being sent to it through the ignition key switch, it's gonna throw an immobilizer code just like you have on this very car model here. So a quick way to be able to resolve this kind of issue, if suppose yours is maybe it has thrown it before and your fuses are intact, the battery to the key fob is intact, then you want to go ahead and smack that. Don't smack it too hard to destroy it. You come to the hood right here and locate your starter motor and smack it just a little bit. Smack it while someone is trying to crank it, because in that situation, I've seen it in some other cars, there's gonna be any click and there's not gonna be any crank, so it's not gonna start. So if you smack it just a little bit, smack it while someone is cranking it, it should be able to start, it should be able to crank, and when it start cranking, then you know you have a chance of getting the car started. But if after smacking it and it doesn't start, then the last thing which I'm gonna be suggesting that you do right here, which should be able to save your ass, is I want you to locate the fuse that controls the electronic control module. In some case, like I've seen on a Sentra, it won't communicate. I mean, the control modules wouldn't communicate. So in such situation, there is likely two things that's going to be happening. I want you to check the fuse for the ECM. When you check the fuse for the ECM, make sure that the fuse is intact. Then the next fuse I want you to check is to check the Tcm fuse. The Tcm fuse, I want you to make sure that the ECM and the Tcm fuse are intact. If suppose the Tcm fuse is blown and is offline, it's going to throw immobilizer code. In this very version here, that's where the model is, so you have to find yours. Anyway, so if the Tcm is offline, it's gonna throw immobilizer code, and if the ECU is offline, it's gonna throw immobilizer code. So the last one which I'm gonna be using to summarize it here is the fuse can be intact, everything in good, the remote is good, the Kickstarter is good, everything within the fuse box down the fuse inside the engine bay is good, down to the fuse under the dash are good. But one thing that you should understand, if suppose after checking this and your Kickstarter has not failed before, you should uninstall the Tcm module, the Tcm control module. And if you open up the Tcm control module, I'm guaranteeing you that Tcm control module is failed, and the immobilizer system is actually being coded into the Tcm for most Sentra. Some others, I don't know if they have a separate module for the immobilizer, but in most cases it's actually coded to the Tcm. So if the Tcm control module is fried, which I've seen on Sentra, even if all the fuses are correct, they are intact, not blown, all the remote batteries are intact, still your car won't start because the transmission control module where the immobilizer software and hardware is fried. So I want you to gladly gently uninstall the transmission control module located and open it and take a look at the chips right there. If any of the chips is fried, then that's the boogeyman right there. And as soon as you got another one and you got it coded in, programmed to it, I guarantee you the car is gonna fire right up and start working. Then if you should open the TCM control module and it doesn't, nothing seems to be fried, I want you to look at it very well. Then you should go and check the ECU control module, because either ways the main control modules that are being used to communicate with other system right there through the CAN bus has gone out, and as soon as they gone out, there is a very big disruption right there that makes the either the ECM wouldn't recognize the key. Part of the chip that is right there, the chip that is right there that's supposed to actually make the ECM to recognize the key, or the immobilizer control module to recognize the key, is either fried or damaged. So find it, and as soon as you replace it and program it back, everything should work fine. So now that you know how to be able to solve a problem with the immobilizer on your Nissan, kindly subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I gotta catch you guys later. This is Dr. Kodo Fix. Bye for now. Hope to see you next in my next video. Don't forget to drop me thanks on a comment section of this video. Gotta catch you guys later. Bye for now. Bye.